If you're looking to get out any way you can, and you're feeling pent-up energy, but can't break out of your rut, don't take it out on others who are just as stuck as you are. Instead, tune into life's funniest moments. Because we've got smart dogs able to do a handstand, and dizzy girls spinning until they crash land. We've got a duffer with bad aim, and a bird who's quite tame. An inner tube bumble, and a swinger that tumbles. All on life's funniest moments. Who's gonna laugh? You are. Child's play. Little Scotty wants to get some shut-eye, but the grown-ups won't let him. Now he regrets giving up that bonnet with the chin strap. But this is useful practice, because he's planning to be a rock star and he'll need to travel incognito. While we encourage experimenting in life, it turns out that this is not a good new method of removing shoes. The little girl has some new areas in life she'd like to explore herself, but it feels like she keeps running into a brick wall.
I spy a bird. I spy a book. I spy a barbecue. I spy a bubbling brook.
The correct answer is, I spy a boo-boo. Eric's got a loose tooth and wanted to stay up to see the tooth fairy for once and for all. But no matter how hard he tried, he just was too tired to stay awake. And ironically, now he's gonna see him sooner than expected.
Be on the lookout for a pair of escapees, a teddy bear, aka Mr. Quackles, and Annabelle, 3 feet 2 inches, fuzzy, and extremely cute.
Why is this boy wearing a paper hat? Actually, that's not a paper hat. It's an airbag. When you think about it, it doesn't really make sense to build a stone staircase to a treehouse. But if you're going to do it, how about throwing in a stone railing? Get ready to laugh twice. You know why this dog looks so terrified? Not because he's being bullied by a rooster. Because he's being videotaped being bullied by a rooster. Look at that puppy going after the big dog. Guess he's saying, let me show you who's boss. You are, Mr. Big Dog, sir. Now, we know people in college have tight budgets and are short on furniture, but come on. Get some cinder blocks and plywood, for goodness sakes. Oh, give this furry little guy a break. The day after Easter, the Easter Bunny deserves to unwind. This sleigh rider doesn't know if he's coming or going. Or slipping or sliding or falling or flipping. Stick around. We're just getting to the good times. Boy, if anyone ever doubted global warming, actually, the skiers want the water here. It speeds up washing off cuts and bruises. But if you're gonna try this in your own backyard, then have us over for a barbecue, 'cause you must have a ton of space back there. There's nothing more relaxing than sitting around in the park, watching someone else fall out of a hammock. But don't worry about her. Actually, she doesn't want to be moved. Up till now, she had back problems, and this fixed them. Now, she's going to make a $50 appointment once a week to sit in the hammock for a lumbar adjustment. His dentist was right. Scotty Larson could do everything with his new dentures that he used to do with his old teeth. And more. You're probably wondering why this dog fishes a rock out of the water and then dumps it back. Because the rock's too small. Here's the funny thing about swings. They're too big for babies and too small for daddies. Joan should have suspected something when the ad promised water skiing for $2 an hour. George was so excited when they wanted to film him for the ski jumping instructional video. Even though it was for the "Don't let this happen to you" section. This may look like an awkward mistake, but in ice bowling, it's a perfect score. When they told us we couldn't build a luxury vehicle for under $900, they said we were crazy. They were right. Coming up, a girl who gets bored trying to break one. And some partiers break out the champagne. When we return with more of life's funniest moments. Welcome back to Life's Funniest Moments. There's nothing funnier than laughing at your friends. Maybe it's just us, but we think that this is a long way to go to avoid paw prints on your freshly waxed floors.
Boy, there it is. A little skyrocket skid.
Welcome back to the baby rodeo. Hoo-ha! We got ourselves one crafty little pug there. The way he's got that little boy all rounded up in 32 seconds flat, that's a new record. Hee-hee! The question isn't, why is this dog licking this cow's head? The question is... No, that is the question. I mean, why the heck is he doing that? Anybody can see that this woman is getting too crazy dancing. Well, except for this guy. It's Life's Funniest Moments Unplugged. Coming to theaters this summer, Karate Kid 6. Where the impatient student masters karate through the art of wood polishing and walnut cracking. You've heard of The Great Escape? Well, this is the not-so-great, rather late, geez, I gotta lose some weight escape. Baby's first day at the beach. Baby's first swim. Somehow, when you've trapped a cork in a glass bottle by banging on it with a nail, maybe the best way to get it out isn't banging it further. One steer, one tractor, one night only. It's the tractor pull versus the monster bull. September 29th at the Crystal Gardens Pavilions in Houston. Tickets $20. And save your stub. It's Bobblehead Bull Night. What does this dune cyclist in a tight spot teach us about grace, skill, and agility? Nah, not much really, but he does teach us plenty about the value of a waterproof wallet. Tonight on the Woman's Network, a Gunderson family Christmas. The story of a family at a crossroads. Oh, no. Just might tear them apart. This guy's pulling out all the stops to try and give his wife a nice birthday. He got her a beautiful rose and a bag filled with her favorite soaps and perfumes. But the truth is, what she really wants is 10 more minutes of sleep. Coming up, some skiers who can't wait to hit the slopes. And some baseball bedlam. When we return with more of life's funniest moments. Welcome back to Life's Funniest Moments. Get ready to break a sweat laughing. It's exercise. Watch carefully as this goes from an impressive demonstration of jiu-jitsu to jiu-jitsu-ow. Watch this dog go through this obstacle course. First, he jumps some hurdles. Then, he's got a ball. And takes it through the garbage bag tunnel, over the logs, with a second try, now over the ramp and through the hole, through the bucket, through the tire, under the limbo stick, up and down the ramp, onto the railing, over the seesaw, and finally through the slalom. Amazing! Does he do it for the glory? No, not really, just for the liver snaps. A skunk's got your ball. And what is that smell? Is the question you're going to be answering for several weeks if you try to take it back. This gutsy little guard dog does a great job of chasing down this plastic toy bat. Yes, the O'Briens can sleep safe, knowing that they'll be forever safe from plastic toy bats. Well, there's bad news and good news for the Miller family. The bad news is that their first attempt to win the Bullock County multi-skier competition hit a slight snag. And the good news, their insurance company offers a group rate.
Are you working out? Oh, he's a hard worker.
Is this dog motivated to work out by discipline?
Very, very humble, aren't you? Yeah, you don't like anybody to know. Just,
Resolve?
you're so modest. Oh, you're not modest.
Vanity.
What are you doing?
Ever since Clover heard the local dinner theater was doing a chorus line, she's been all worked up about her audition. And 5, 6, 7, 8, and jazz hands, jazz hands. The game gets off to a wobbly start when Rosa bunts and then doesn't know to run, until her teammates start piling into home. Then she makes a single because the catcher overthrows. But what can you expect from a Bad News Bears reunion game? Put a smile on your beak. It's birds. There was only one way to settle this fight. One of them would have to fly north for the winter. Duck Pond 90210.
Stop imitating me. I'm not. You're like so imitating me. The way I stand, the way I rock. Get your own look. Yeah, I'm really doing that. Not.
What better way to honor the living symbol of our great nation then tossing it a slice of bologna. This is an amazing piece of footage. Watch carefully. Did you see it? Did you catch it? That's right. An 11-year-old boy is doing his homework without being forced to by his parents. Coming up, a driving accident caught on tape. When we return with more of life's funniest moments. Welcome back to Life's Funniest Moments. Once in a while, a golfer comes along who makes the sport take notice. A golfer of such breathtaking skill and precision, he turns the game on its head. A golfer who redefines the very definition of what it means to be a... Ow. Hey, anybody got an ice pack? See you next time.